What's going on, everyone? Thank you for being here, but most importantly, thank you for being you. If you're new to this channel, my name is Brittany Fontanez. I appreciate you for being here with me. If you have continued this journey with me, I dearly appreciate you. But if you're new to this channel, what I do is I assist people in awakening to their power to find the infinite love within themselves. Today's topic is one that I've experienced all my life. All my life. Not the actual, title of the topic, but what I'm going to get into. But now, this is what I've been really implementing in my life. Very hardcore lately. And I should even say hardcore because you shouldn't do something so hardcore and harsh into your life. But honestly, you have to implement some steps in order for you to force yourself to step into your power and honestly fulfill not only your mission, but yourself. So today's topic is stop giving so much fucks. And I mean that. I don't care how much I swear. I mean that. I'm really talking from the essence of my own flow right now. Stop giving so much shit about things that don't deserve your energy. Now, there's a difference between giving. And there's a difference between being selflessness and being selfish. Right now I'm talking about selfish. I'm talking about a good self-loving selfish, not an egotistical selfishness. And the reason why I say stop giving so many fucks is because we have the tendency to just want to give so much because we think we're doing the right thing. There's nothing wrong with giving, but there's everything wrong with forgetting about taking care of yourself first and filling up your cup before you give to anyone or anything, period. And I know I'm saying this with such passion, but this is where I'm coming from. From my own experience, I know I'm not the only one who has walked this path, where I've given so much and so much and so much and so much, and it felt so good. But yet, at the end of the day, I realized me giving, I was expecting the same in return, and I became so disappointed at the end of the day. And when I became so disappointed at the end of the day, I didn't realize how to fill up my own cup first. So therefore, I was just trying to fill from an empty cup. So really, it doesn't make sense to put all of your energy in something where you don't even have energy. And there's nothing wrong with saying no to shit. And there's nothing wrong without giving any fucks about anything. I have the tendency, I live in this state where there's a ton of like drug addicts, and they're just beggars, just begging for money. And even if they're not drug addicts, they're just regular people. They look so clean, they look so tidy, but yet they're on the street with the homeless sign. And I'm just like, I ain't giving you money, you a beggar. And I know, because I feel my intuition telling me that. And I know. I feel it. You just know. But there's nothing wrong with saying no. There's nothing wrong with not tolerating putting yourself down to make someone else feel better. There's nothing wrong if you do not want to give. If you feel like you're not supposed to. And there's nothing wrong with giving little and not a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. There's everything right with giving, but there's everything so much more right with protecting yourself and your energy. And here's the thing, you guys. What I've come to learn in my life. When you give too much, you start to chase. You start to be so supportive of something in that person to the point that you start chasing. And then when you start chasing, you start becoming desperate. And when you start becoming desperate, you're coming from lack. Because you think you're just not good enough where you are. There is an extent to selflessness. And that extent is give as much as you can, but don't give so much to the point you lose yourself. Stop giving so much fucks about things you don't want to give a fuck about, and you feel it on the inside. I used to care so much about being there for my family. I always wanted to be the fixer, always wanted to be the helper, always wanted to be the people pleaser. Now I come to a state where I just want to learn how to give to myself. Like, I'm so tired of giving so many fucks to things that don't even dare try to have the consideration to give back to me. So now I'm just in the state of, you know what? I want to implement self-love. I asked myself a real deep question the other day, and that is, how do I love myself? That hit me hard. And I realized, you know, it's about wanting to do what feels right to me, even if that includes saying no, even if that includes standing up for myself, even if that includes going against what the walk of life everyone follows is going against that. I just don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a shit about being the same. I just don't give a fuck, you know? I used to care, like I said, I was actually continuing the story. I used to care so much about my family being the fixer. Now I realize how much they're toxic and how much they don't give a fuck. They just like being nosy. And then my cousin wrote me the other day on Instagram. I didn't even read the message. I didn't even open it. I still haven't opened it. It's not because it's coming from resentment. It's not because it's coming from hatred or having grudges. There's a difference between forgiving and forgetting. I forgave and I've forgotten everything. But here's the thing, you guys. You don't have to give a fuck anymore about being there the way that you used to. Because at the end of the day, most people only want you around because they think it's going to make them feel good, because they want your happiness. The best thing you could do is be by yourself and own and hone your happiness, because that's how you can actually help people. When you're at your best and you're happy, that's when you can help people help themselves. It's just that simple. So I stopped giving a fuck about being there. I stopped giving a fuck about being the first one to text, being the first one to call. I am so quick now to unfamily, uncowork, unfriend, this, that, anyone and everything if I feel like it's not right for me anymore. Yes, forgive. But forgive from a state of forgetting so you can move on with peace and clarity. But stop giving so much fucks when you know that's not going to be reciprocated back. And I'm not saying expect the same love that you give out, because your love could be very unique and extraordinary that a lot of people don't understand. It may be so foreign to them. But here's the thing. You want to give from a place where it does feel right. Not where you feel like you're going to resent it at the end of the day. Because if you resent it at the end of the day, you feel like you didn't give from your cup being filled. You gave from your cup being empty. You don't ever want to feel like that. You don't ever want to feel like you want to expect something back because of what you put out. Don't ever do that. Yes, this world is about reciprocation, but you can't expect from people who can't even show up for themselves. It's just that simple. So start giving so much fucks about you. Start realizing, in one of my last videos I talked about the most important relationship you will ever have is the relationship with yourself. And that is the most clearest video I've ever made. And that is so true. The most important relationship you will ever have is with yourself. And to be honest, relationships outside of you are only created from within. Until you balance and find harmony within the relationship of yourself from within, knowing that you want to commit for you, knowing that you want to go so hard for yourself. And what I mean by that is that you want to start caring how you think and how you talk to yourself, because you know you're extraordinary. That you want to start caring about how the hell you feel about you, because you know you are so worthy of so much more, and you know that you're a miracle and a blessing, even if it seemed like you were a villain in a lot of people's stories. But you know how far you have come. You know all the shit you've been through. You know how you became who you are today, and you want to honor the shit out of that. Start giving a shit about that. Start committing to that, because at the end of the day, it only comes down to you. This is only your life, and you're the only person who's going to care for it the most, the way that you want it to be cared for. So start giving a shit about you, and stop giving a shit about everything outside of you that does not serve you. Honestly, you want to come from a place of service, but you want to come from a place where you know you're light and nothing can trigger the shit out of that. What I mean by that, nothing, there's an ant on my phone, nothing can drive you out of your light to the darkness. Nothing. You don't want that. So, know the limit of your selflessness. But know what true fulfillment feels like when you're there for yourself first. And when you start making choices for you. Here's one beautiful thing I've come to learn. The universe rewards you for your integrity. And I don't mean not only rewards you for the giving and the service that you give, the way that I'm doing with these videos, and the way that I do with my inspirational quotes. The universe really rewards those that do not have the fear of sticking up for themselves and knowing what is right for their well-being. Because when you come from a place of integrity, the universe will reward that, because you're not only serving you, you're serving the cosmos that created you. And that's something so much bigger than what we could physically see with our eyes. And that's something we have to honor, which means we have to honor ourselves, which means we got to be our best version here, today, right now. Hone the fact that we give a shit about our future self. So that's why we want to be the best version of ourselves today, so we can plant good seeds for the harvest that we're going to grow into our future. So in doing that, you can walk through life with the cup fulfilled. And you can walk through life not giving a shit about anything that is going to trigger you. Because you don't want those shits to trigger you anymore. You don't want people to trigger you anymore. You don't want those old things anymore. Now is the time to stop giving so much shits and realize enough is a fucking enough. Do whatever you have to do to protect your energy and fulfill your cup. But serve in a state where you're ready to serve. Don't serve because you think you have to. Not everyone. Here's the thing, I want to be real with you. Not everyone deserves your love. Not everyone deserves your energy. Not everyone deserves everything of you. So stop giving so much of you away to those and to things that can't even give for them damn self. It's just that simple. And like I said before, you will be rewarded for your integrity, even if that means standing up to a cop who's discriminated. Even if that means standing up to your boss. Even if that means standing up to your spouse when you love them so much. Even if that means doing things that you feel like, no, that you think you shouldn't do, but you feel like you have to do because it's the expression of how you feel, and you know the expression of how you feel and who you are makes you a person and an individual as well, and that's important too. Not everything outside of you is more important than you. You're a part of this world, you're a part of this consciousness, and you are a part of this humanity. So stick up for you, own your damn self, and embrace your fucking path, and stop giving so much fucks about things that don't even admire how unique and extraordinary you are. You may have lost a lot of things. I've lost a lot of things. I lost a lot of people this year. Oh, I lost a lot of shit this year. But here's the thing. I came from a place of self-love. Now I realize I did not lose anything. Because when things leave out your life, they're not meant to be there. It's just that simple. That means that thing wasn't vibrating on your level. That means it could even match your vibration. So that means it had to go. Because it didn't deserve you. Don't feel disappointed. And don't feel discouraged. And definitely don't feel sad for doing what is best for you. Because we were taught all our lives from our parents. And please, whatever you do, forgive your parents. And forgive their beliefs that they have and they pass down to you. Because at the end of the day, they didn't know better. They were just doing what they thought was right. But whatever you do, we were taught that We always have to give and forget about ourselves. That's why everyone walks around with frowns and broken hearts and with the belief that they don't deserve anything more than what they have. And that's why they lose it all. Or that's why they just are so ungrateful or so unhappy. You want to come from a place of happiness because you have the relationship with you, because you give so much damn fucks about you. Start giving your the energy you emit out so much. Start putting that into you. Just start putting that into you. Start putting that love into you. Start putting that joy into you. Start listening to your own damn advice. Start walking your damn talk and get shit done for you. Because at the end of the day, it's not about people listening to you. It's about you listening to you. Oh, my phone is so imbalanced. But it's about you listening to you. That's all that has ever been about. So honestly, you guys, give a fuck about you and stop giving so much fucks about things and people that do not serve where you're trying to go. It's easier said than done, but I'm gonna tell you something. The work on you is so much worth more of a better version of you than it is giving out to something to someone that doesn't even appreciate you. And you deserve appreciation. You deserve love. You deserve to feel worthy. So start giving to you. And your future self will be so damn grateful for all the good seeds you have planted, because you focused on your harvest. So anywho, if you guys like this video, I went longer than I expected, honestly. But if you listen this long, I really appreciate you. I thank you. You know, I'm just talking out of the essence of my own experience. And this is how I found my preciousness of myself, which is Brittany. And I really, really desire the same for you. So thank you so much. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, do whatever you like, share it. I don't care. I'm doing this out of service, not to gain. So if you guys do enjoy these videos, hit the notification button so you get daily videos from me. Until then, stay blissful, remain authentic. I love y'all, and namaste.